Imagine a world full of chaos, knowing at any point in time you can drop dead. In an instant, no warnings, just a 2-second loud noise and that's it, you die. This is the reality of people living in the northern part of Nigeria. They live in the fear of the Boko Haram. First, what is the Boko Haram? Who makes up Boko Haram and why do they exist? Boko Haram is an extremist Islamist terrorist group that started in 2002 in Maiduguri, north Nigeria. Its purpose is to abolish the secular government and man-made laws. They hope to replace the government with the Sharia law. According to Muhammad Yusuf, an imam, the Sharia is God's law. There is no one clear definition of this. Each Muslim has their own belief on what the Sharia law entails. The Boko Haram is a Hausa word that in English translates to Western education is sacrilege or sinful. A little background. Nigeria was colonized by the British, and they brought Western education, which brought evangelism, which is Christianity. According to Sue Bello of the African Research and Developmental Agency, seen on the British Broadcasters News on February the 8th, towns and villages were wiped out by these people claiming to be the Boko Haram. They are not just attacking the Christians and the government groups, but they are attacking innocent civilians like ourselves to get the attention of the government. Can you imagine being played as a pawn on a chessboard, and the player most times doesn't value their pawns, and they let the opponent eat the pawns to save the back pieces, such as the king, the queen, the knight, or the rook. Or you can look at it from an army standpoint. The weakest people are usually placed in the front line to die first, almost like a shield for the more valuable, or those who are of higher standings. These civilians are placed in the positions could be either of us in this room. You see, the Boko Haram despises Christians. An example of this belief is, on Sunday, December 25th of last year, as we were warmed up in our cozy couches in front of the Christmas tree opening and unwrapping presents, or just sitting down, drinking a cup of hot chocolate, or waking up, or whatever it is that we were doing, the people of Nigeria were in their churches scared. For the Boko Haram decided to bomb church morning services. Some of the churches they bombed were in Mandala near Abuja, which is where I live, Jos State, Gadaka, and Yobe State, and a few more. According to the Guardian newspaper on Sunday 25th at 2:44 p.m. Secondly, this topic relates to this advanced public speaking class because it's relative to our world. For instance, our class is family-oriented and has high Christian values. This class also has a caring nature which can be depicted for their love for animals, just creatures in general. Our class also has a caring and loving demeanor and values family security. I can deduce that this subject will be germane and our class can be more educated on this topic. The Boko Haram separates and kills families and targets different ethnicities. And sometimes they kill just for practice. You each have loved ones and perhaps need to learn to appreciate and adore them a little more, since you do not have to live threatened by the Boko Haram. You wouldn't have to suspect that this Islamic group will kill your entire family by sunrise. Thirdly, I have done extensive research because I'm intrigued by this topic. Also because it hits close to home and directly affects my life. I was born and raised in Nigeria, and I'm currently a student at the Abilene Christian University, and I plan to graduate in this summer of August. But I'm faced with the decision of where to go because of the civic unrest that is in my country right now. So I'm not sure if I have to prolong my stay or just go home. So that's why I try to stay informed. In addition to this, my two sisters and my dad were in Abuja, Nigeria, which is really close to Mandela, where the bombs were hit. So on Christmas of last year, we were very worried and shocked because we weren't sure of the outcomes, and the newspaper hadn't put like what the names were of the people that had passed away or were injured by this incident. I have also read several newspapers on this topic, which makes me able to talk and speak about this. Finally, in conclusion, the Boko Haram affects us all, whether indirectly or directly. They come like thieves in the night and take away God's children. They strongly despise Christians. They strongly despise Christians, a secular government, and are willing to kill civilians at any cost, just to establish the Sharia law. And the Boko Haram wants the Sharia law in place of government. Even though we may not see these kinds of misfortunate events, like the guerrilla chaos, we can still relate to these civilians. We can still relate to these civilians and their struggles. For more information, you can always contact me at vxd08a@acu.edu. The end. How long is it?